Welcome back to Chimps Garage, you little chimp and chimpettes. Listen, we got the Prelude on the jack stands today. This is the daily. Get yourself the crappiest Prelude that's been just demolished by a hurricane, and it'll make the best daily, I promise you. But there's one issue with this old girl, and she doesn't have AC. And we're in Florida, and it's summer, and it's 100 degrees outside with 1,000,000% humidity. So what we're gonna do today is add the AC, and I got every single component you can possibly change to make it work. So there's no reason it shouldn't. Let me show you the little parts we got over here. Got the little dryer boy, gonna slap that on there. New belts, you're gonna want that since mine just burned to shreds. The little, don't forget about this, boys and girls. This could be the issue all along. The little sensor, don't forget about that, 15 bucks. Get yourself some of this, the R34A, slap that in there. And the most important piece, the compressor. And also the condenser right there. But we got everything we need, all of the parts, and after she's done, and after you watch this video, your Prelude and my Prelude should have AC and blowing cold. So stay tuned. All right, we got the radiator out. The only reason I take the radiator out because we're doing the condenser as well. As you can see, it's like a banana, U-shaped, not ideal. Probably gonna leak right there. So, as you can see, this thing was in a front-end collision at some point and just booger welded together with some self-tapners. The brace to hold it in there is all cottywampus. So, we're just out here really putting her back together the way she should be. Whoever did this body work was not professional. And not saying I'm gonna fix it, but I'm gonna make it better, that's for sure. So, take out your radiator, take out your condenser. This is where that little, that sensor is right here. So I recommend just changing that out. It's about 15 bucks. And then your dryer right here. So pretty easy stuff. The thing I'm gonna show you guys, probably do a little bit of a time lapse, is the compressor. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass since you got this brace here. It's like subframe bracing. It's kind of in the way. So we'll get it done though. No problem at all. Stay tuned. All right, as you just saw, took out the compressor with a little time lapse, but listen to that. Garbagey shot. So get yourself a nice brand new one that isn't all crusty, been in the bottom of an ocean for 5 years, and slap it back in there. And get yourself one of these O-ring kits specifically for the AC stuff. So do that as well. All right, we got the compressor in, and we also got the new belt on. So if you gotta put both belts on, you gotta take off the power steering pump, just undo all the nonsense that's part of that. You'll get that belt off, and then you got the 3 pulleys for the accessories here. The alternator, the compressor, and the harmonic balancer there. And to get that adjusted, it's right here, these two. They'll loosen up after you take off, loosen up this bolt right here for the alternator. The alternator will move, you can pivot it, put the belt on, and then tighten those back up. So next we're gonna put on the power steering belt and start putting stuff back together. All right, we're back. We got the new sensor in there, the new dryer, the new condenser, the new AC compressor. We got the 2 new belts on there, this one and that one. Like I said, this one you can adjust it with this one here. Now it's time to put the radiator back in and tighten her back up. It's not that hard of a job. You know, Hondas, they get it done, but just be careful not to cross thread some of these lines here. Put new O-rings on there and you should be good to go. All right, catch you in the next clip. All right, The radiator's back in. Everything's plugged back up. So we're going to have to add refrigerant to the system and hopefully it'll blow cold. But it's getting late tonight, so I'll be back tomorrow. I'll show you guys how to do that, and that'll be the end of this video. All right, little dirty chimps, listen. We got all the AC stuff in there. We got some coolant in the radiator, so probably got to leave that a little bit, but no problem. We got the compressor to kick on, and this is 1 can down. These Preludes use 2 of these 12-ounce cans and a touch of a third. So we got just enough here, and we'll feel how cold it is and give you an update after we've done it, putting these in there. All right, little chimpies, feeling it? You just gotta take my word for it. She is frosty cold. It's a game changer here in Florida. Max AC, it's like I'm in a blizzard right now. So let me tell you, daily just got upgraded. All right, well, that's how you make your daily even more dailyable. Before, this thing was hot as hell. Florida's 100 degrees recently with a million humidity percentiles, and now it's like a blizzard in there. So don't be afraid to do this AC stuff. It's really not that difficult. It's a few lines. Make sure you replace those O-rings with the proper O-rings for the AC system. And, you know, if you don't know what's wrong with it, a lot of times it's the sensors, and those are a lot cheaper than a new compressor. So maybe try that out first before you do the compressor. But at the same time, you still got to replace the Freon because you got to drain it out of the system to do that. But all in all, she's fixed. She has AC, so she's going to be the new Dasher Pro. She's going to go on a Dash extravaganza, and we'll catch you in the next one. Little sneak peek. Let's just say there's something very good coming. Very, very good and very, very expensive. So if you're an OG of the channel, you might have a clue on that. Leave down in the comments below.